Good to know.
To my knowledge, there's no good purpose for picking up a fishing rod. I guess it does have a little bit of value if you want to try and make some money off of it that way, but it's not a lot. We do have an interesting little interaction we can have over here on our way.
Wish I had a bag of holding.
Another individual that we can speak with dead on also right here.
Keep moving, stranger. Quietly. I told you to go.
Let's go perception first. Looks like we did not get lucky there. I'm not wasting another roll.
What are you doing? Get back! There's death in your scent, but not in your words. Still, you should go. My friend is injured. He needs rest. Of course he will, and then we'll return home. He calls me Scratch. You can do the same. We were attacked. Cackling, furry things on two legs. And their smell, it was strange, rotten, evil.
You know the creatures he describes. Gnolls.
No, I won't leave him. If it comes to that, I may. Thank you.
Okay, so there's that, and then you can also move over here and loot the body. Even with Scratch there, he won't mind. I'm not going to bother reading these or keeping them up for long. I usually just click on most notes so that I can send them to camp. Reading them in this way makes sure that your character at least picks up any relevant knowledge from them. And like I said, you can do Speak with Dead on this individual as well. I hate how it doesn't put the recast in the radial, but you can set slot like this, recast Speak with Dead. I think it's crazy how Scratch doesn't really react to any of this, looting or speaking to the corpse.
Lifelessly.
Gomwick. From Trail. Let us delivery to Baldurs Gates. Run Fleetfoot. Courier Company. Pack of gnolls, claws, teeth.
The spell's power wanes. You can ask no more questions.
Alright, so there's that interaction done. There's not really much more value in this immediate location, but if you hop across here, this is where we are actually going. Some of your companions may have a little bit of trouble following, but that's okay. Can I just... No, okay, so we'll hop across. Okay, looked like everyone followed pretty well there, actually. In a lot of situations, you may have someone that decides to sit back, and then you can just split them from the group and have them jump across. If you don't make sure to split them from the group, you can run into some issues where... Let's see, I know there's some loot in these areas that I'm trying to make sure I don't miss. If you don't split them from the group, then the other people in the group, when you switch to them to try and make them jump across, will jump across again, which can get annoying. We got a couple little things in this general area. Send that to camp. I don't personally use the fancy arrows. I know a lot of people do like to use them. Okay, going well so far. We got a rock here, which we did actually manage to see. If you move it, you can get... Oh, can I not move it with this character? Alright, let's switch to Lae'zel real quick. She's really rough looking. That's hilarious. Just get it to scoot a little bit, and your character will discover an item.
Alright, what now? Don't mind if I do.
It's just a bloodstone, nothing super amazing.
Food. Freshest fish I've ever had.
Now, when you loot these skeletons here, sometimes your character will pass a check that allows them to know who these people were or what they were doing here. Longsword, wares, scale mail. I'm just going to pick up. I don't want to add it to wares quite yet. I didn't see if I succeeded or not.
Equipment's no use to them now.
Longbow we can add to wares. Don't need the potion of animal speaking, but I'll send it to camp. Go ahead and add this to wares as well. And then there's a path here where you can go up if you want. I'm not going to. I'm trying to avoid a lot of combat in this area at the moment just because it's not really what I'm here for. If I'm not mistaken, there's usually a special ring in this general area too, which I might just be misremembering. But I thought it was in this general area, like near this bush. Maybe not. Is it over here? Ah, here it is, the skeleton. So there's a special ring here, Smuggler's Ring. It increases your sleight of hand by 2, but reduces your charisma by 1. It also increases your stealth by 2. So I am going to go ahead and pick that up, obviously. You can add the necklace to wares. That's useful if you have a rogue equivalent in your group. For me, it'll be Will. That gains from having sleight of hand and things like that, but isn't going to be the face of your group. That's when it becomes less helpful, because if they're going to be the person conversing for your group, it's a bit less convenient.
Key. Wonder when it opens.
Trying to make sure I pick up all of these, like, scavengeable resources, these alchemy ingredients, like the murgrass, the rogue's morsels, those sorts of things. Make sure to do a quick save here. This is Karlak, who we were coming over here for.
One horn. This is the devil Will has been tasked to kill.
Me? Never been better. Oh, fuck me. It's you, from the Nautiloid. Please tell me I found you before those so-called Paladins of Tyr did. Good. Great. Glad I don't have to kill you.
A great heat roars through you, her heat, fiery as the hells. Then you're lost in visions of demonic armies as you tear through a landscape of fire and blood. The Blood War. You saw it from above as the Nautiloid passed through Avernus. This woman was on the front line.
What was that? Fuck's sake. Mountains as far as the eye can see. Guess that explains the voices. From that peek I got into your head, you've made some inroads trying to get the thing sorted. but alas, no joy. I'm Karlak, and you are... Well met, soldier. Now that we're old pals, how would you feel about helping me kill some evil bastards? A little background, if your moral compass needs something to point at. You already know I fought in the Blood War. I was good at killing demons. Really good. So good, Zariel, the archdevil herself, made me her personal attack dog. I played along until I could get the fuck out of there. Took me 10 years to properly escape, but now I'm free. Zariel sent goon after goon to hunt me down. But believe me when I tell you, I'm not going. The latest yappy little dogs she sicked on me are nearby. A group of dopes posing as paladins of Tyr. Want to help me take them down? Fuck yes. They cornered me outside the toll house just up the hill. Doubt they've gone far after the scorching I gave them. After we've mopped them up, we can work on evicting this parasite and take Faerun by the short hairs. Sound good?
A warrior who winks at her foes while she slays them. You'd be a fool to refuse her.
I'd hug you if it wouldn't scorch your skin off. You know I'm up for it, but your party's a little full.
So I'm going to go ahead and send her to camp as well. Don't worry, her and Will won't kill each other while you're not there.
Don't get to any of the fun stuff without me. Got it?
So once she has run off, you can pretty easily come over here and loot the backpack that I believe was hers. We got some poisons. I'll just send it to Astarion. Same with the Alchemist of Fire. Trap Disarm set. Arrows we can send to camp. Pretty sure that's all that's over here. I do have one more stop I kind of want to make before I head back to camp and recruit both of them. I'm going to go ahead and make my way up this way. I'm not going to go and fight the so-called Paladins of Tyr yet. That fight is actually fairly difficult this early on, even with Karlak in the group. So I'm going to be doing that later, but I did want to stop by and pick up just a few things, as well as meet up with a fast travel point very near here. Let's see, I need to recast Speak with Dead again.
The corpse regards you lifelessly.
Vance. Toll collector. Jumped. To escape. Broken. Gold. Basement. Locked. I fell. Dropped key. Anywhere. Away. Safety.
The spell's power wanes. You can ask no more questions.
So I've already picked up the key, but we were more or less able to glean from him that he worked at the toll house, there are valuables in the basement, and he dropped his key when he was fleeing from the toll house. I already picked up the key, it was right down here, and if you don't find it before him, then he tells you to look around the area somewhat for it. You can see it just by, you know, hitting the button to kind of look at nearby stuff. But yeah, going to that toll house basement, there are actually quite a few valuables there. If you're trying to make money to buy items, it is a really good location. But like I said, the fight for the toll house, if you end up getting into it, is very difficult. We got another one of these dirt piles.
We may have to increase our camp provisions now that we have Karlak along for the journey. Those muscles don't run on fresh air, I'll wager. Still, she'll be useful in a fight.
Okay. I didn't mean to talk to her. It is worth noting, though, she did dislike many of the conversation things that we did recently. She hates Lae'zel. So anything you do that Lae'zel likes, she's going to hate just because Lae'zel liked it. But many of the conversations that I did up to this point on the way here were more or less the gray area or less good options, like speaking to the individual with Lae'zel, interrogating them on the Githyanki's, that sort of thing. So Shadowheart's obviously going to dislike most of those things. We're going to get rid of Lae'zel and Astorian in the group now, and we're going to have much more opportunity to do conversations that Shadowheart's going to like better, as well as Karlach and Will. Go ahead and send that to camp. You can dye your armor and equipment. Sometimes it's fun to do. Not going to worry about heading over there. The main thing that I'm coming over here for, because there is quite a bit more looting and things that you can do in this area, is there is a fast travel waypoint right here. And it was very important to me to come over here and get this so we can fast travel back over here quickly. There's also going to be another one of these dirt piles here. So I'm going to go ahead and get that, and then we're going to fast travel back to the Emerald Grove, and then head to camp and fix up our group a little bit. As you can see, these dirt piles don't have anything absolutely essential in them. No big surprise, but there's that. The main reason I didn't bring Karlach or Will in my group with me is, like I had said previously, when you level up with a character, you can repurchase items from the vendors. So if I wait until I have both of them in my group, don't level them up right away, and then level them up once at a time, I can use purchases from all the vendors again each time I do that. So I'm going to go ahead and fast travel now, go back to the Emerald Grove. We have a spot called the Emerald Grove Environs that we went to earlier. And then I'm just going to walk to where we can get back into town, because whenever you go to camp, it's going to return you to wherever you left from when you return from it. We do need to go to camp to swap out our characters, but obviously I'd rather be in here when I switch back. There is a somewhat interesting interaction you can do with a few young tieflings down here that honestly having a Astarian with you when you do it can be fun. I think I'm just going to avoid it altogether though, because it's usually more trouble than it's worth doing. But let's go ahead and head to camp so we can sort out our group. Alright, first I'm going to pick up Karlach.
Hey, soldier.
There's lots of talking to do here, too.
The Blade of Frontiers? Yeah, he's been on my tail for ages. Thought he'd seen sense by now, though. Will's been deceived. It isn't his fault, but if you kill me, you'll never find out why. Thank you. Nicest thing anyone's ever said to me. Look, I don't know why Will's been sent after me. He's a hero, right? Famously so. Heroes don't go around killing normal people. Believe it or not, that's all I am. A woman from Baldurs Gate who's been away from home too long. See that you do. Last thing I want to have to do is fight you. You seem sound. I'm sound too. You'll see. Hey, soldier. Trust me, I'll tell you all about it after we take care of the goons on my tail. Depends on the type. Ice devils hate an inferno, but that's an easy one. Orthons love projectiles. What they don't love is getting their bombs lobbed right back in their faces. Demons, on the other hand, every demon is absolutely singular. You can't ever think you've got them typed out. Sharp instincts, sharp weapons, and a knack for improvisation. That's the only way to survive them. Anyway, what were we talking about?
Just totally forgot the entire point of the conversation, apparently.
Funny you should ask. I was just thinking about what would have become of us without that Nautiloid. I mean, I know where I'd be. Trapped in Avernus still, with the Blade of Frontiers on my tail. But what about you? I can picture you getting mixed up in some outrageous shit. Giants, beholders, Thayans, the works. Maybe once we've wrapped up the current shenanigans, we'll rest a bit and find some new heap of troubles to throw ourselves at.
So, Karlak
Hey,
is
soldier.
a bit more guarded in conversation till you deal with the paladins that she's wanting you to deal with.
Yeah, let's go straight there. Whatever those fucks are getting up to, it's nothing good. Just to say, by the way, they're not really paladins. Lackeys of the Archdevil playing dress-up as paladins of Tyr. No honor among devils. No room in your party. What should I do?
So I'm actually going to have Astarion leave first. It's going to make things a little bit easier for interchanging equipment from them.
Let's hop.
Because we want to take the things that Lae'zel is using and basically give them to Karlak. I'm going to switch to Karlak, and then we're going to go to Lae'zel. You can pretty easily just swap more or less everything. I haven't really decided what I want to do here armor-wise. Do I want... Let's go ahead and open this and take the items out of it too. Just send it to my character. I'm trying to decide, do I want to go ahead and put Karlak's armor on... Or not Karlak. Lae'zel's armor on my character is the real question.
And, well, in it.
I think I do. So I'm okay with that. Let's go ahead and put Lae'zel's armor on my character. And that's fine. I'll probably change that pretty soon. But for now, I think that's how I want things. That has Lae'zel with just some basic equipment, but she's going to be staying in camp, so that's totally fine. I don't mind her having this axe, doesn't matter. So let's go ahead now. Astarion has some things that I want to put on Will, but that's not really a big deal either. So let's go ahead now. Go back to my character, and we're going to go recruit Will and talk to him just a bit too. I would go ahead and recommend doing a quick save here, just on the off chance that, you know, you end up getting into some arguments with Will over Karlak.
The Blade of Frontiers at your calling. Karlak's fires raged in Baldur's Gate before she escaped to Avernus, as my source told it, and she was planning to return. One of the Archdevil Zariel's own, chaos incarnate, a devil with pure fire for a heart. I made my way to Avernus to stop her. She fled from my reach, even climbed aboard the Mind Flayer ship as it screeched through the hells. I followed in close pursuit. I can't bear to imagine the lives Karlak might be taking, the damage she might be doing. A powerful friend with a keen interest in privacy. I'm sworn to say no more. You are a warlock. You know about bound souls and frozen tongues. I can only leave the rest to your imagination. Suffice to say, I hunt monsters, devils included, and I will do what I can to quench the coast of their flames. My father once said, one does not pursue a champion's life. One merely answers its call. So it was for me. I was hunting near the Cloakwood when I heard it. A child crying out from a lone farmstead. I found him in the fields, flanked by goblins. His mother's corpse bled into the soil next to him. I don't remember much of the battle, but I remember drying the boy's tears after. I left him with his uncles. 5 years on, and he's flourishing. If only every child was so lucky. I mourn the ones I could never save, whose cries I never heard. In the boy's tears, I finally saw the suffering wrought by the villains of the wild. The frontiers demanded a blade, and so I heeded. Baldur's Gate, born and raised, the only son of a single father. He wanted one life for me. I chose another. We haven't spoken since I left the city. A classic drama. A staunch father and his rebellious son. Better heard from the bard's lips than mine. A most vicious one, in fact. It's made from pure bloodstone, carved from the Galena Mountains just north of the Moonsea. A reminder that sometimes blood must be shed and sacrifices must be made. But that story is reserved for lifetime friends and calmer days.
Tiny grooves spider across the eye's surface. It resembles a sending stone used to confer with distant contacts.
A sending stone? Nothing so special, I assure you.
His breathing quickens, his jaw tenses. Will is keeping something from you. A strange sensation courses through you, and your companion's mind unfolds, secrets half revealed.
So I'm not going to push, though you can. It's not that bad if you do.
Gladly. What else is on your mind? I've come to know a fair few village clerics, but none with the skill to pull these worms from our heads. From what I understand, there's a healer called Nettie in the Grove. Perhaps she's got the talent. We should pay her a visit. I'm up for the challenge. You've just got to make a little space. I like how you think.
Alright, so now we more or less have our group. Let's exchange some equipment between a few individuals. If I'm not mistaken, Astarion, still in his regular clothes. I don't care to take his weapons or anything, but we are going to move his inventory to Will. Let's see, Shadowheart. She's got scale mail, which is fine. Proficiency-wise, she's only got medium armor. I think that's going to be the case for our entire group that has medium armor, though there will be some slight changes when I do some different choices. Will, again, should be medium, I think, as well. Light armor at the moment. So we probably won't put anything too fancy on him yet. My character should have a medium armor proficiency because of being a Hexblade. We're going to change Will and Karlak very soon. But I'm going to wait to do that until after I've done some purchases like I had mentioned. Let's go ahead and send this to camp. Don't need that on us. This is heavy armor. Yeah, so we'll send that to camp. I'll hold on to it for now, but I don't think I have anyone that's going to have heavy armor. We do have scale mail here, which we're going to go ahead and put on Karlak. She should have medium armor proficiency. I'm going to be totally honest with you. Medium armor is just better than the unarmored defense options with Barbarian. So I recommend putting scale mail or something good medium armor-wise on your Barbarian, even if they're going to be a Barbarian, because the other options are just trash, honestly. That's just kind of how it is. The non-armored options just aren't worth the trouble. We're going to send Karlak's armor to camp. You could put Karlak's armor on a monk if you were using them. Their unarmored defense option is much better than Barbarians, but overall, not a big deal. I am going to go ahead and turn some more things into wares here. And we're going to give them to Karlak to carry for convenience sake. What do I have here? We've got gloves of missile snaring. I'll give those to Karlak. Let's see, yeah, we can go ahead and equip those on Karlak. I don't mind having the leather gloves on my character for now, that's fine. The Ring of Flinging we want to give to Karlak because she's going to be doing a throw build. Right now the weapon that she's got isn't the best for that, but is technically usable with the giant. The main skill that matters with that is there is a elemental cleaver ability that the giant barbarian gets that allows them to make weapons have the thrown property even if they wouldn't normally, so that's pretty cool. I'm gonna go ahead and, like I said, get moving on some of these wear items that I just want to give. Looks good. Yeah, so we shall... Excuse me. Can I not move these? Send to? No? Okay, that's weird. Can I... If I'm on my character, can I? That's weird. I've not had to do that before. I wonder if it's something related to the new updates. Yeah, now I can't. Weird. It's like the multi-select isn't working. That's really strange. It didn't used to do that. So I'll just individually send this all over to Karlak, I guess. I don't prefer doing it that way, but whatever happens. Okay, that's equipped. Maybe I had accidentally clicked on something that I have equipped or something. It's weird. We're going to send this to camp. Should do so with all of my foods, in fact. And may well do that in a moment. I apologize if this inventory management stuff's a little bit boring, but you can kind of see. I like to have one character in my group that is essentially the pack mule.
The pride of the gate.
Since Will is going to be my rogue equivalent, I am going to be giving him the smuggler's ring for now. That's fine. He has a rapier, which is totally fine. I plan on keeping that. I would like to get another shield for Will. That's interesting. What's with these little purple icons? I'm not used to seeing that. I do want to get all of this stuff moved over to Will as well. We can also just give him the potion from him. That's fine. Simple toxin. I'm actually... Yeah, Will having this is probably fine. Give this to... leave it there for now. It doesn't really matter. I don't really use the revive scrolls. It's very rare that my people die, but even if they do, it just isn't something that comes up that often. Send that to camp, because that's where it'll end up going anyway. And these gloves we want to equip. Not the most important thing in the world, but it will increase his sleight of hand even more, which is good because you need that for lock picking. And I'm not going to be dual wielding with Will. We want to put a shield on him, in my opinion. But I'm pretty happy with how all this looks now. We want to give him medium armor, but that won't matter until we reset him to a hexblade. Overall, I'm pretty happy with how things look, though. Let's go ahead and move some of this stuff, too. We can move that onto Will. We've got a shield there, but that's fine. We can keep a shield on her until we can find another one for Will. I'll probably just end up buying one or picking one up. It's not really a big deal. Yeah. So, I'm pretty happy overall with the inventory management. I don't think I have any real reason to converse with anyone, so let's go ahead and leave camp.
Hells, it's her, Karlak, the archdevil's servant. We must rest in camp. It's time she had her due.
Yeah, so if you rest in camp with both of them with you,
Can't shake you, can I?
then more dialogue stuff will happen, but we're not going to do that yet. Now, if you have things like Longstrider and stuff that you want to put on them, you're absolutely welcome to do so at this point. I'm not going to yet, but there is some trading and stuff that I want to do. That is why I was thinking it was important to go ahead and get these guys in my group. I'm going to come over here and do some rummaging.